I mean, where do I even begin? Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for Hellboy 2019. This movie was directed by Neil Marshall and it stars David Harbour, Ian McShane, and Milla Jovovich. And this movie is based off of the Dark Horse comics series of the same name. The story goes that Hellboy, played by David Harbour, must stop an ancient sorceress, played by Milla Jovovich, from unleashing a plague on the earth. And that's about it. Because the rest of this story is just completely bonkers. Like, just to give you a bit of a metric, like say, if this was sanity, like right here, and this was insanity, this movie would be on Mars. It would be so insane. But I'm hopscotching through my points here. I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. Hellboy 2019 is one of the worst movies I've seen this year. There was almost nothing redeeming about it whatsoever. If I had to pick out one positive, it would probably be David Harbour. I mean, he's trying at least. But unlike the Ron Perlman version, it just felt like that he was just a rando that they slapped red paint onto and said, "There, you're Hellboy now." Perlman made that character into something special. He made it a three-dimensional character with feelings and emotions. And yes, the one-liner, sure, but the feelings and emotions were also there. This version of Hellboy had none of that. Also, on a bit of a side note, Harbour looked like he was just constrained by the makeup, while Perlman basically made it into something of his own. Like, he felt like he wasn't wearing makeup. He just was that character. Harbour looked like he was sticking his head through a red cardboard cutout, but his face was painted up like NWO Sting from the Wolfpack. But yeah, the rest of this movie is terrible, so let's talk about that. In terms of the rest of the actors, they're trying their hardest, but either they're A, forgettable, or B, just terrible. Like Ian McShane, he is a normally good actor, but in here his entire job was just to give condescending head pats to Hellboy and explain stuff. He's basically John Lithgow from Pet Sematary. I thought Hellboy's sidekicks were pretty forgettable, and my god, has Milla Jovovich been in one good movie? I highly doubt that. A blind squirrel can eventually find a nut. But in this movie, she just plays a generic witch. Like, she doesn't even look that much like a witch. She looks like Milla Jovovich. I mean, she's Milla Jovovich. Do you get it? And yeah, remember when I said that David Harbour looked like he was just being constrained by the makeup? That looked amazing compared to the rest of the visuals, which were crap. I was sitting in this theater, I was sitting back in my chair, and I was thinking to myself, wow, a lot of these still need to be rendered. I know that this is supposed to be a professionally made movie, but by God, these creatures just looked hideous, and not in the best way possible. Even the CGI blood in this movie looks fake. This movie's rated R, which in a normal circumstance is fine. And this movie's like, oh, we're going to be more hardcore and, we're going to try and make things dark. CGI blood, man. CGI blood. And the story of the... God, the story in this freaking movie. At a certain point in this movie, and believe me, do not go see this movie, but a massive if you do go see this movie, there is a moment where the movie takes such a turn that it makes Serenity say, "Geez, dude, calm down." When this twist happened, I wanted to either laugh, cry, or leave. Why I didn't do either one of the three, your guess is as good as mine. I had to resist the urge to be like, "Go home, movie, you're drunk." This movie had great potential. It had great actors. It was based on great source material. But man, this movie was just such a mess. It's the first one of the year, folks. I gotta stretch. I'm ready. Hellboy 2019 is absolutely horrid. This is one of the worst movies that I've seen this year. It had potential, but everything about this movie, with the exception of David Harbour, who is trying, is just legitimately so bad. Hellboy 2019 makes Hellboy 2004 look like Citizen Kane. At time of recording, this movie is at a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. It should be 0. But that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. And if you'd like to subscribe, please hit the lower right-hand corner. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.